So in this climate that we're in now, you're saying that if you're married, you shouldn't have single friends, or hold on now, pump the brakes, or if you have single friends, it has to be a certain type of single friend.
Yes.
So so what do you do about the single friends that you had before you married that are not that type of friend? Like what, like are you cutting them off? Like what in the world, what happens?
Good evening and welcome to Between the Sheets, where we take 12 years of marriage experience and give unsolicited advice to those who choose to enter our room. Tonight we're going to discuss married people with single friends.
And to get us started, we're gonna take a look at a video that we got from a page on TikTok called Little Brown Charm School.
I used to hate when people said that married women shouldn't have single friends. But now that I've been married, single, and am now dating for marriage, it's very true, and here's why. Single women don't have to make the same considerations that women in relationships do. For example, single women love to have elaborate birthday celebrations. They may want to go out of town for a whole week, or they may have a weekend full of events planned just for their birthday. And when you can't make those plans because you have to attend a last minute charity event with your husband, or maybe he's having a rough day at the office and he needs your feminine energy to recharge him before he has to go back and face those sharks in the boardroom. Single women will take offense to that. Oh, now you got a man, you don't have time for us. Well, don't call me when he breaks your heart. Well, what kind of friend are you? That's what you're supposed to be there for. When I'm having a hard time, you're supposed to help me put myself back together. But that's not neither here or there. If you're dealing with friends who have those same considerations, they're very understanding. Oh, girl, I understand. Well, let's just catch up when we can. See, a lot of this content is meant to prepare you, because a lot of us want to go from having a hot girl summer to being grown women in full-fledged courtships. You won't be prepared when you run across that man, because grown men have very little tolerance for grown-ass girls. And it is not a good feeling when you miss out on that because you have not done the work and been prepared. Okay. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Bye.
I don't know, sound like facts to me. I don't know.
I mean, she's definitely spitting facts, okay? I can say that I am a married woman and I have very few single friends. The majority of my friends are married. I will say, from my experience, I have been a single friend with a married friend. And in all honesty, I probably wasn't the best one, if we're being honest about it.
What? You weren't the best
I
one?
wasn't.
What?
Because why you can't come and hang out with us?
Oh, you weren't the best friend.
No, I wasn't. What you mean you got to stay at home with your husband? No, let's come out. I think it is definitely about the type of single friend that you have. Now, me and that married friend are absolutely still best friends. One of my closest friends, I've known her since we were 14 years old. But in that season of my singledom and her marriedness, I was not the best friend. I was a bad influence. In that same regard, she was a great influence on me as a single woman, though, because she kind of showed me a little bit of what to expect when I did get married, how to prioritize my house over my friends, because at the end of the day, your house, your home, your husband, your children are the priority and not necessarily your girlfriends. I'm sorry, single ladies, it is great for you to want to go and celebrate and be lavish and have a blast. But as a married woman, that's not my plate. I can't just go and be out to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning because I got a whole husband and some kids at home.
So
I got to get home.
So what are you going to say, or what would you say to those that are going to be like, well, girl, he just controlling you, or like you your own woman and you a grown woman and all this kind of stuff?
It's literally my choice because I understand what my priority is.
Right.
I wouldn't expect him to be out till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because I need you in the bed next to me because I can't sleep at night when he's not there. It doesn't work. I don't have time to be wondering where my husband is and who trying to take him from me or who, like, I don't know.
Well, first of all, I'm old, so I can't stay up that late anyway. so so you can forget about that. I'm not about to be out at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't even doing that when I was single. So it's just not my cup of tea. But so in this climate that we're in now, you're saying that if you're married, you shouldn't have single friends, or hold on now, pump the brakes. Or if you have single friends, it has to be a certain type of single friend.
Yes.
So what do you do about the single friends that you had before you married that are not that type of friend? Like what? Like, are you cutting them off? Like, what in the world? What happens now? Before you answer though, I don't know who this married friend that she's talking about. I have no idea who she's
We'll
talking
talk about it
about.
later.
But so we got secrets
No,
now.
it's not a secret.
Okay. Anyway,
You do know who it is.
not off the dome though. But
I
anyway,
ain't got that many friends, babe.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But
Who was married when I was single?
man,
We've been married a long time.
man, I don't know. But
All right.
anyway, so the thing is though, so for the friends that you had that were single or are single, still single, what did you do with those friends that you are no longer well, are you friends with?
Yes. To be clear,
Well,
I
no.
still have the same friends from high school.
Oh, okay.
I don't have very many new friends, and the new friends that I do have are married.
Mm.
To answer your question, what do you do for those people who may have, single friends who are not the best influence? You kind of have to take inventory of the situation. Are you the good influence, the directional influence that they need, if they're going in the direction of marriage, or are they being the influence on you? Because I hate to say it, but you don't understand marriage if you've never been in it. You can try as you might, as much as you want to, but until you're in a situation, that goes for any situation, you cannot fully understand it unless you're into it. To go back to your comment about, the friend saying, "Oh, he's controlling you and this, that, and the other." That was me.
Oh, that was you?
That was me.
So you was
me and my other friend, it was 3 of us. Me and the other friend were very much like, he is controlling you. Why you can't come out? Why you can't come hang out with us? It's just a day. We just want to go have lunch. Like, what is this?
So you just a garbage friend.
Yes, I can admit that now, and I've apologized to her. We both have. We've apologized to her, now. But at the time, first of all, we were really young. We were early 20s, like.
No excuse, but go ahead.
I don't even know if it was 20. It was like 19, 20. We were young. She got married very young. And we just couldn't understand why you couldn't come out. Now, as a married woman, I understand. And she has even told us that was her decision. It was nothing that he was doing. No different than it's not you saying, no, you can't go. Or no, I don't want you to go. Or no, you have this to do at the house. That is not the situation. I understand that my home comes first. Back to your point of what do you do with the single friends, it really is a matter of, are they negatively influencing you? Is it causing issues in your relationship? Does she want to go on a week-long vacation to Aruba and you like, well, I have children and a husband, or even just a husband at home, and that's just not going to work for me, and now she's mad and upset about it.
So here's the thing, right? I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm listening. And I agree. But what's going to be said by that particular type of woman is if it's causing problems in your relationship, then he's insecure.
It has nothing to do with insecurity. It has absolutely nothing to do with insecurity. It is a matter of, you are a wife and y'all not gonna like this, but your place is at home. I'm sorry. It is. You're supposed to be at home. It's not to say that you can't go out with your friends. It's not to say that you can't go hang out. You can't take this girl's trip. You can't. I go on girls' trip. I go have lunch with my friends. I just spent a weekend away from the kids. It's not to say that you can't do those things. But if every weekend type of situation, every other weekend type of situation, come weigh it out here. What you want? Who you want? Who gonna wipe your behind when you break both of your arms in a car accident?
Not me. Not me.
You not gonna wipe my butt, babe?
No.
Yes,
See?
he lying through his teeth. Yes, he is. My friend's not gonna come and do it. I can tell you that.
I mean, somebody gonna have to come and do it.
Who gonna take care of you when you sick? Who gonna crawl up in the bed and love on you? Who gonna give you kisses and hugs and tell you that you're beautiful when you need to wipe the crust out your eyes and brush your teeth?
They say they got rose toys for that and all that.
I don't want a rose, okay? This is my rose right here. It's a beautiful flower.
Anyway, continue.
I'm just saying, it's not, we're not saying, you cannot hang out, you can't go on trips, you can't. That's not the case. It really is priorities. That's what it is. Who is your priority? Is it your friends or is it your relationship? Is it your friends or is it your home?
What's crazy about that is I've heard and I've seen, a bunch of videos, and I've heard, women actually say that, their friends come first because if the man messes up, they're going to be the ones there to see them through it. So,
but if you got to think like that in your relationship, you have to ask yourself, did you choose the right man? That is never a thought that I'm having with him. I'm not thinking that, oh man, when he messes up, because we're saying when. We're not even saying if. We're saying when he messes up, my girls are going to have my back. Why is that the thought process? I'm never thinking I'm going to have to run to my girls when he messes up. Because number one, if something is going on in our relationship, it's staying between the two of us.
100.
Because it's our issue. It's
our
no one
business.
else's.
Nobody else's business.
Right.
But it's also a common thread that I'm seeing now that if I've heard some say that if you don't have, if you're not able to have those conversations with friends outside of your marriage, then that's not healthy because your spouse cannot always be the one to fix the issue. Or it was something silly like that. And I'm just
can't
like,
fix the issue that you're having with your spouse. Because how is your friend gonna fix it? Now I will say it is nice to have another perspective, right? Depending on what the situation is. But for the most part, what's happening in your relationship should be between the two of you. That's just because you may be able to forgive him, right?
but the others,
But your friends, your family might not.
they gonna always see
They be
that
dangling
one time.
it over his head.
That they're not gonna
Or over yours, throwing it back up in your face.
Right.
So
And don't expect to get together on like holidays and get
no,
togethers
because
they're
he
gonna
mad at him. She mad at him.
they're gonna be looking at you like you crazy. So you just told us that this dude XYZ or this dude was getting on your nerves or he was doing XYZ, and now you bringing him around. Why are you still with him? So now you gotta listen to that,
Yep.
and he's unhappy because he like why
And
in the world?
uncomfortable.
Right. Like I don't want to be around
And
that.
then you can't even fully get past it when you have decided that you want to because your friends keep bringing it up.
Exactly.
And that's single or married. We kind of got off topic there. That's either or.
Right.
Again, I do think that there is some benefit to having single friends, but the benefit is to the single friend, not necessarily the married person, because as a married woman, you are helping to prepare your single friend for marriage.
Should be. But that's not always the case.
No, it's not.
But in that scenario, though, even though you say that the benefit is for the friend, I don't think that type of friend is going to see
No.
that that's a benefit.
Having been that type of friend, at the time, I didn't see it as a benefit.
See?
But as I matured a little bit more and got into a serious relationship, I understood it. And I appreciate it because growing up, I didn't have My mom was a single mom. My aunts were all single. I didn't have the vision of a healthy marriage. That wasn't something that I saw. So I really did kind of learn it from my friends, and she was the only married friend I had. So there was that.
That sounds terrible. But the thing is, that's commonplace, unfortunately.
Yeah.
A bunch of single women
We're learning as we go.
raising single women
12 years later, and I'm still learning.
with single friends. So, I mean, what's the take home message?
The take home message would be married people, not just women, men too, married people, if you're going to have single friends, choose those single friends wisely.
100%. I couldn't agree more. But yeah.
And she said, well, thanks for joining our TED Talk. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.